Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got a one-game series here between the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and Detroit. One of those rare fly into Detroit and get the hell out games. And leading off for the visiting Tampa Bay Devil Rays, playing shortstop is Bartlett. Batting second, playing center field is Upton. Batting third, playing right field is Huff. Batting fourth, playing first base is Pena. Batting fifth, playing left field is Meadows. Batting sixth, playing third base is Longoria. Batting seventh, playing second, Cantu. Batting eighth, doing the catching Navarra. And on the mound, batting ninth is David Price. And for the hometown Tigers, they got leading off playing center field is LaFleur. Batting second, playing shortstop is Tramble. Batting third, playing third is Cabrera. Batting fourth, playing first base is Fielder. Batting fifth, playing right field is Ordonez. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Parrish. Batting seventh is playing left field is Horton. Batting eighth, playing second base is Blanco. And batting ninth on the mound for the Tigers is Verlander. Let's get down here to Tiger Stadium and get this game started, folks. And to lead it off here for the Devil Rays, Jason Bartlett, batting 280, off to a good start with no homers and 4 RBIs. This is Justin Verlander's second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. And let's take a look here at Tampa Bay. They are 2-4, and they are in last place in the East. 4.5 games back, tied with the Red Sox for last behind the Yankees. Like we said, Bartlett off to a good start. And Upton batting 143, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Longoria 240, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Pena 174. I think you might have heard this before, but 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And Huff batting 222. Snell with a 1.2 ERA. David Price comes in here with no ERA. Pitched a shutout his last game. Shields with a 3.86. Moore with no ERA pitched a shutout. And Helkinson with a 9.95 ERA. And we're ready for pitch number 1 of this game. And here comes Verlander. And he throws it by him. He stood there like a house beside the road, folks. Verlander struck him out for out number 1. And now you got BJ Upton batting a $143 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the fielder. He's got it, takes it himself. And that'll be out number 2. Quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first. Audrey Huff's up, batting 222, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. An 8-16 and that's going to be an infield hit. Huff gets aboard here with 2 down. And that'll bring up Carlos Pena. And Carlos is batting 174 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Here. Ground ball down the third, I believe. Yep. And a 64 and a 3. And that's going to be first on the air, runner to second, F to third. Nope, so that's going to be an E5. Now you got first and second. Verlander can't get this third out here, folks. Breeze through the first 2 hitters. Now first and second. And a costly error brings up Austin Meadows. Can he make him pay for it? Meadows is off to a fine start, batting 312 of a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Justin takes care of it himself for his second strikeout of the game. Tampa Bay strands 2. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Tampa Bay nothing, and Detroit coming to bat with LaFleur, Trammell, and Cabrera. As Ken Castro joins us here, and Ron LaFleur, he's batting 267, no homers and 3 RBIs. David Price, like I say, pitched that shutout. He's 1-0. Take a look at Detroit here. They got 4 wins and 2 losses. They're a half a game up on the Indians. Cabrera's batting 136 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Miguel is batting 234. Trammell 185. LaFleur, we just said. How about Norm Cash off to a great start with a 417 average? Denny McLean with a 2.87. Justin enters this game with a 3.86. And the Bird's the word with a 2.7 ERA. Mickey Lorch a 10.8. And Matt Scherzer with a 1.5. We're ready now for the bottom of the inning. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Longoria. He fires it over to Pena. That'll be out number 1. And now we got Mr. Alan Trammell up. And Trammell's batting 185. But no homers but 1 RBI. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Trammell's aboard here with a 1-out single. And that brings up Cabrera. And he is batting 136. And 1 homer and 2 RBIs. They're going to do a little hit and run here. Try to get his bat going here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. On a hit and run, a 53 and a 6 is probably going to be fielding column 3. Yep. And a hit and run. Safe at first, runner to third on an error. So that's going to be an E4. And the runner is going to get down to third. So now we got first and third. 1 out for Mr. Fielder. Runner's on the corner. 1 out. Can he get the Tigers a lead here early in this game, folks? Fielder's batting 273, 1 homer and an RBI. The Rays are going to play back for the double play. Not much speed at first or at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base on balls. It loads them up here for the Tigers. And it's going to be Ordonez up here. Miguel batting 238. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs on the year. Can he deliver here? Not a lot of speed on the pad. Trammell at third, good speed, but Cabrera and Fielder, slow as molasses. And Miguel, not much speed at the plate either. So here's the pitch to Miguel. Base is full, and that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 45 and a 2 should be fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a single to center. Runners advance 1 base. Runners advance another base on an error. So that's going to be a single. In the center, that's going to be an E8. And the runner on second is going to score. And the runner on first is going to get down to third on the error. We got first and third. And Rays defense is letting them down, folks. And it is now a 2-0 ball game. Runners on the corner for Lance Parrish. And Parrish is batting 182 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a 36. No, what is it? Yep, that's going to be a 36, ain't it? Yeah, it's something. So, wow pitch runner to second. The other runner scores. He throws the ball away, folks. A wow pitch, and it is 3-0, and that gets rid of the double play chance. And now there's a runner down at second in the 1-0 pitch, and they're just falling apart here in the first inning already. These Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Whew. And now you got Parrish up here with a 1-0 count. And that's going to come back and price us to hell with it. I'll just strike him out. And that's out number 2. And that brings up Willie Court and Horton. And Willie's batting .333. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Price comes back, strikes out the last 2 batters. But the Tigers score 3. 2 of them is unearned if I'm doing the right here. Let's see. Should be 2 unearned runs. Got them up 3-0. All 3 runs was unearned. Sorry about that. 3 unearned runs, and it's 3-0. So we go to the top of the second. Justin Verlander is going to be facing Longoria, Cantu, and Navarra. And Longoria's batting .240. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ripped double in the right field. He was all over that one. So you got a runner down at second for Jorge Cantu. And he is batting .118, but he's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And the runner's going to get down the third. This fielder tosses the ball over to Verlander covering. And the Tigers are going to play back. Try to get the out. They'll give up the run up by 3. And Navarro's batting .071. He is 1 for 14, folks, with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty in 18. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He's going to look the runner back the third. Nice drive by Trammell. Fires over to first. And now there is 2 down. And the runner still at third. Nice job by Alan Trammell. And it's up to David Price to try to get Tampa Bay on the board here, folks. He's batting .250 because we don't need a stinking DH. Here's the pitch. And apparently we do, because that's going to be a 36-2. 36-2 will be fielding column 3. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. Fielder's up with it again. He tosses it over to Verlander, and that's the inning. And Longoria gets stranded at third. It's still 3-0 Tigers. So we go to the bottom of the second. Bottom part of the order due up also. Polanco, Verlander, and then it turns over to LaFleur. And Polanco's batting 0 for 11, looking for his first hit of the year, folks. And that's going to be against the right, a lefty, 21, and that's a fly ball out the right field. Huff makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And now you got Justin Verlander up. He's 0 for 2 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Verlander strikes out for out number 2. And Ron LaFleur comes up. LaFleur batting .250. He's 0 for 1 today now. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Price strikes him out. That's his 4th strikeout. We go to the top of the third. Detroit leading 3-0. Top of the order due up here for Tampa Bay. Bartlett, Upton, and Huff. Jason struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. A 53-1. It's not going to be good. That should be fielding column 3. And that's going to be an error on Verlander. Not a good fielding day by either team here, folks. Both of them now with 2 errors. Not your textbook game. You don't want to show this to your little leaguers. And now you got BJ up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the first, his first time up. And that's going to be your best friend for your pitcher. That is hit down to Polanco. Over to Trammell. Over to first. 4-6-3 double play. Races the air. And now there's 2 outs and Huff's up. And he's singled back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Trammell, and that'll end the inning. Big help from the double play. We go to the bottom of the third. We got Trammell. And then the big boys coming up, Cabrera and Fielder. Allen is 1-for-1. He singled and came around the score back in the first. And that's going to be a slow roller down to Jason at short. He fires over the Pena, and that was down the second. Hit the wrong button. Wanted that down the short. And that'll be down the short for out number 1. He gets it to his counterpart. And Miguel Cabrera comes up, and he's 0-for-1. He reached on an error and came around the score. And that's going to be against the lefty of 14. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Meadows makes the catch. And there's 1-2 down now. And it's up to Mr. Fielder. Diesel is walked and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be another base on balls. Fielder's aboard again for the second time today. And Ken Ordonez deliver here. He had a 2 RBI single. Well, it should have been a 1 RBI single. The other run shouldn't have been an RBI. Yeah, let's go in and take care of that. That shouldn't have been an RBI. We'll fix that now. That was an error. That was an error. And where's old Ordonez at? And we'll take an RBI away from him here. Alrighty. And now the pitch with Fielder down at first. And we drop the dice. Not good. Not good at all. That'll make an official game. Come on, man. Ain't that awful? Oh. There we go. So, and that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. That'll end the inning. And the Tigers strand 1. We go to the top of the fourth. It's still 3-0. And you got Pena due up, followed by Meadows and Longoria here in the top of the fourth. Carlos 0-for-1, reached on an error. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to center. And that'll be out number 1 as LaFleur makes the catch easy. And now you got Meadows up. And Austin, he struck out back in the first. Excuse me. And Verlander gets him for the second time. That's the third strikeout. 2 of them's been Meadows. And Longoria comes up. He doubled back in the second inning. And he drives this one down the first baseline. Sorry, down the third baseline. Turns on that one. That falls in, and that's going to be a 2-out double by Longoria. He just figured old Justin out. So, got a runner down at second now. 2 outs. Can 2 is 0-for-1, grounded out back in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball. LaFleur makes the catch. And Tampa Bay strands another. We go to the fourth, bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Tigers. Perry, Horton, and Polanco due up. Lance struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts for him. Price has 5 strikeouts on the game. And Willie Horton's up now. And he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third over to Pena for out number 2. And Polanco's up now. And he flew out the right his first time up. So for 1. That's going to be against the lefty, a 21. I think that's a fly ball to center. Nope, that's a fly ball to right. Huffs makes the catch. And now, do it for the Tigers. Nothing across. Still 3-0 as we go to the top of the 5th and the bottom part of the order due up. Navarra, Price, and back to Bartlett. See Tampa Bay's upcoming schedule. Like I say, it's only a 1-game series. They leave Detroit here and they go to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Then after a 3-game series in Chicago, they head home to take on Minnesota. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to LaFleur. Out number 1 here. And now David Price is up. He's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Walking a pitcher never does you any good. Jason Bartlett up now with the Price down at first. Jason's 0 for 2. He is struck out. Man, reached on an error. And that's another tailor-made double play. The doctor wrote that nice prescription. That's down the second, over the short, over the fielder. 6-4-3 double play gets him out of the inning. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Verlander lead it off, followed by LaFleur and Trammell. And Justin 0 for 1 today, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Huff, out number 1. Back to the top of the order. What can Ron do? He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Price gets him swinging for the 2nd time in a row. And that brings up Alan Trammell. That is 6 strikeouts for David Price. And Trammell was 1 for 2. Came around the score back in the 1st. And that's a ground ball down the 3rd. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. Price, after that rough first inning with all those errors and wild pitches, has really settled down. And it's 3-0 going into the top of the 6th. And you got Upton, Huff, and Pena, 2-3-4 hitters up here against Verlander. BJ's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a 18. And that is going to be a single in the center field. BJ's aboard here with a leadoff single. Lead runner aboard here. And Huff's up. And Huff is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded out. And here's the pitch to Audrey. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Let's see if they can go around the horn here. Nope, but Verlander gets the strikeout. That's out number 1 there. And Pena, he's up. He's 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and flown out. And there you go. That ball is hit down the 1st. And that's probably going to sneak through the hole there and be a single in the right field. A 36 and a 2 fielder is not a good fielding first baseman. And that's a base hit in the right field. Pena's aboard here now with 1 out. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Tampa Bay making some noise here in the 6th. Verlander could use another one of those doctor order double plays. And Meadows is up. He has struck Meadows out twice. Can he get the hat trick? And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. 36 and an 8. That's fielding column 1. That's a single in the right. Runner out trying to score. Other the 3rd. And that's going to be a double play. Single to right. Runner out trying for home. Other runner to 3rd. And batter out trying for 2nd on throw home. Ain't that crazy? So that's going to be, oh man, let's see if this will take it. So it's going to be a single. in the right field. The runner on second is going to get thrown out trying to score. And the batter is going to get thrown out trying for second. A double play ends this inning. I tell you, what a play by these Tigers. Double plays everywhere. Nice play out there by Ordeña. Nice play back behind the plate by Parrish. Piss poor base running by Tampa Bay. Let's just be honest. Be honest. That's just piss poor base running. A double play gets Justin out of that. And it is still 3-0, folks. Nice job by the Tigers, but piss poor baseball by the Rays. Now you got Cabrera, Fielder, and Ordonez up here in the bottom of the sixth. Got the 3, 4, 5 hitters up. Can they make hay here? And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton in center for out number 1. Yeah, you got to love that play. Sure. Crazy, ain't it, Ken? Like I say, I don't know what you do. Do you give the Tigers credit or do you cuss Tampa Bay for the base running? Fielder has yet to get a piece of the ball. He has walked twice. They don't want no parts of Mr. Fielder. And that's going to be against the lefty, a base hit in the left field. Fielder delivers here. He's aboard with 1 out. And Miguel is up. Ordonez is 1 for 2. He's got an RBI single back in the first. And that's going to be against the lefty in 11. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And Fielder's going to put on the brakes with his speed. He's a 1 base at a time type guy. So first and second, Lance Parrish up after just making that 3rd out. Nice play by him to get the batter out trying for second. Parrish is 0 for 2. He has struck out both times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, 36 and an 8. And that should be fielding column 1, I would think. Nope, it's going to be fielding column 2. And it's still going to be the old double play and left the F on first. Nope, that's going to be another double play. That's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play. And Tampa Bay gets out of it with nobody scoring. Nice defense there by Tampa Bay. Still 3-0 Tigers. So we go to the 7th. Remember, all 3 of those runs are unearned, folks. What a pitch and matchup we would have otherwise. And we got Longoria, Canton, and Navarra due up here. And Longoria 2 for 2 with 2 doubles today against Justin. And he finally gets him out. That's a ground ball down the Trammell. He throws over the Fielder for out number 1. And Jorge comes up. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's another ground ball down the Trammell. He takes it, fires it over to first. And now there's 2 down. And Navarra's up now. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Polanco. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes Tampa Bay. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. 3-0 Tigers. This will be Price's last inning. He's due to lead off the top of the 8th. Got the bottom third of the order due up here for the Tigers. Horton, Polanco, and Verlander. And Willie is 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Meadows for out number 1. And now you got Polanco up. And he's 0 for 2. He has flown out both times to Huff out in right field. See if he can put it somewhere else and get a board here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Price doesn't let him hit it. And that's Price's 7th strikeout of the game. 2 down, and here comes Justin Verlander. He is struck out and flown out 0-2. And that's a nice pitch. He blew that one by him. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the top of the 8th we go. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Price. So he pitches a fine game. Like I say, all 3 of those runs are unearned. But he's right now on the hook for the loss. See who's going to come off the bench here. Morrison is in. I don't know if you wanted to use him yet. Lugo's going to come off the bench here, try to get something going. There he is. Julio down by the bay. Julio. And this is his 3rd appearance. He's 0-2 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be against the righty. A 19. That's going to be a ground ball back to Justin. He fields it cleanly over to first, and that's out number 1 here in the 8th. And now we're back to the top of the order, and Bartlett, he's 0-3. He did reach on an error, though, back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on balls. That is Justin's 2nd walk of the game. B.J. Upton's up. He's 1-3. He's singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to LaFleur in center for out number 2. And it's up to Huff here to get something going. Down by 3. Huff is 1-3. He's singled back in the 1st. And that's going to be a ground ball down the fielder. He makes the play himself. And that'll be out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 3-0 Tigers. Who's going to come out of the bullpen here? You got all righties coming up. Let's see here. Who hasn't pitched in a while for him? And Grant's going to come out of the bullpen with a 3-0 deficit. See if Grant can keep this game 3-0 here. This is Grant's 3rd appearance. No record, no ERA. He'll be facing the top of the order. LaFleur, Trammell, and Cabrera. Ron's 0-3 today. He has struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He picks up the hat trick here. As Grant strikes him out. Well, let's look because I looked at the wrong card. Let's see, a 36. Yeah, but he struck him out. And Trammell's up now. And Allen's 1-3. He has singled and came around the score and grounded out the other 2 times. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. Grant's wheeling and dealing here in the 8th. And Cabrera comes up now. He is 0-3. He did reach on an error in the 1st and came around the score. And that's going to be a good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Belfour comes in and strikes the side out, folks. Keeps this a 3-run game. Justin's going for the complete game shutout. He'll have Pena, Meadows, and Longoria up. Let's see, we will be getting somebody up in the bullpen here. And John Heller will be getting up just in case Justin struggles here. And Carlos is 1 for 3. He singled and reached on an error. He's been on base twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. That'll be out number 1. See, Detroit's upcoming schedule. They stay home here. Baltimore comes to town for a 3-game series, and then the Tigers go on the road to Texas. And Meadows is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. 44 and an 8. And nice play by Parrish. Scoops it up, fires down the fielder. And that's 2 down. And the Rays are down to their last out. And it's Longoria, who has been hitting Justin well. 2 for 3 with 2 doubles in this game. And not this time. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Justin ends the game in style with his 5th strikeout. The Tigers score 3 in the first, 3 unearned runs, and win this game 3-0, folks. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? And that damn double play, that was a hell of a double play. We'll look at that after we look at the box score, folks. A hell of a double play by the Tigers to keep this game 3-0. And that's Justin Verlander's first shutout. And the Tigers own 3 runs on only 4 hits, 2 errors. Tampa Bay out hits them, but doesn't even get a run across. No runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. You had Upton, Huff, Pena, and Meadows. You did have Longoria with 2 hits, and they were 1 for 6. They left 6 men on base. Ordonez is the only Tiger with a multi-hit game. 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, left 3 men on base. And then Tigers were able to turn 3 double plays. That's the difference in the ball game, folks. Price 1 for 1, 1-1. Picks up his first loss, 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. Like I said, none of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 8. Grant Bafleur comes in 1 inning and strikes out the side. Justin goes the distance, goes to 1-1. 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Let's take a look at that double play back there in the, what inning was that? The double play was. I was back in the 6th. Yep, back in the 6th. Meadows hits the single. Upton gets thrown out at the plate. And Meadows, trying to get down the second on the throw home, gets thrown out. And there's your double play with Meadows. Crazy. That's what I was telling you, Ken, is that's the hard part, is trying to figure this out, because it doesn't show you. See how it has the X that he got thrown out with the 5th batter up, meaning himself, and how that X says he got thrown out with the batter up. So that's the stuff when I had to put it back in, that's a little complicated, because it doesn't put in there that that was a 9-2-4 double play. Yeah. Yeah, that X means he was thrown out and what batter was up when he got thrown out. Like I say, it'd be nice if there that would have showed a single and then it would have showed a 9-2-6 double play. Been pretty easy to do. I don't know why he doesn't put it in like that. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't happen very often, does it? Yep. Yep. Yeah. All righty, folks. Let's take a look now at the standings and the leaderboard. And in the American League, the Yankees are now 3 games up on Toronto. The Orioles are 3.5 games back. Boston 4.5, and Tampa Bay, with that loss, drops to 5 games back. And Detroit now has a game up on Cleveland after the win. Kansas City is a game and a half back. The Twins are 2 games back, and the White Sox 3 games back. And out west, the Rangers got a 2.5 game lead on everybody, the Angels, Mariners, and Athletics. And Willie Wilson's now leading the National American League with a 357 average. And Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez with 5 homers. And Roger with 13 RBIs. And the ERA leaders at 0. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 pitchers tied with two wins. And you got JJ and Wetland tied with 3 saves. Roger Maris leading in the MVP voting. And Dick Bosman for the Rangers leading in the Cy Young voting. We'll go back to doing a National League game after this 1-game series. Let's see who that's going to be here. A 1-game series, folks. Don't see that very often. And it looks like it's going to be the Nationals taking on the Brewers. Rogers against Burns. See how many game series this is. They don't play there. And they play there, so it's a 2-game series. Is it a 3-game series? Nope, just a 2-game series. So they play on the 7th and 9th. They have an off day. So it's Rogers against Burns. Be the pitching matchup. And that one, Steve Rogers against Burns. I want to thank Ken Castro for stopping by here. Again, hit that subscribe button, folks. Smash that like button and hit that bell for reminders. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.